What up, what up? Welcome back. Chiming on this ChimeCast.
Yeah.
Let me
What's the deal?
reiterate what Prince, Michael Jackson, and a lot of these other artists have been fighting over for years. You know, about their music, the ownership of their music, masters, publishing. Here it is, these other artists, producers are selling their masters and publishing 150 million. They do what they want to. But Prince and Michael have been fighting forever, and numerous other artists over the years been fighting over ownership of their masters. DJ Mustard, Timbaland, and Lil Wayne, few others, countless others, all sold their masters. I don't know to what degree. If it's an administrating deal to where the labels will work it and they'll get a percentage, I don't know. But for as long as I live, I create some, I own some. My great-great-great-great-grandkids gonna eat. After what I done create generational wealth. My daughters will eat off executive producer rights points. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand how important it was for Prince and Michael. They were coming after him. As far as them had something to do with their demise, that's always a big question. But remember, Prince and Michael have been fighting these big old companies for the rights of their music. Michael owned half of the catalog over there at Sony. He owned the publishing on the Beatles. And back then it was up for grabs. They gave it to Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney I don't think he's seen the significance of owning the masters to music, ownership. Well, now he do, being that Michael Jackson was a savvy business person after he learned about owning masters and ownership of your music. So here we are, 2022, 2021, these people are just selling their catalogs and whatnot. Prince died protecting that. You know, and then they got as far as, this is how dirty they are, right? They got as far as they registered and they copyright his name, Prince, his real name. Then for a long time, remember, he had to go with the artist formerly known as The Sign.
Artist.
Right. So, even Michael was in debt, but he was rich. So the deal was, okay, he's gonna do the That's It tour. This is all it, or whatever that is. He's gonna do that tour to pay off the bill, pay them dudes off, you know, that label off all what he needs to get out the way, so that he can continue to own his masters and all that. They manipulated and crashed his last album. That's why it flopped. You do what you want to do as an artist. But if you create something and it's out of your own free will, and you didn't have help, why would you have these big old labels come in and own your stuff? They've been doing that for years, 150 years. This game was to keep the artist in debt and to rob the artist the legal way. So these people, which if you want to sell your publishing and all that, that's you. But that is the very thing that Prince and Michael Jackson died for, protecting and keeping their ownership of the music. Now you look at Empire, Ghazi, like 5 or 6 artists under him, all dead, and they own their masters. So you gotta seek ownership of your music. Keep your music so that you can continue to make money. Nas, about a couple years ago, Illmatic, his first album, he put his daughter as executive producer. Now she gets percentage. When he dies, she continues to get residuals from her being executive producer. Executive producers, I believe, make 2 to 5% off the record. That's a big lump, and that was a big record. That was his first record. So people, what are you in it for? Protect your intellectual property, and that's your music. You created that. Ashanti, she's fighting for the right for her first album. Now under the cover laws, she can recreate it, and that's the same thing what Taylor Swift is doing. When Scooter Braun sold her first 5 albums, I believe, sold the masters, so she's gonna go recreate them, and then she can continue to eat. Because remember, these artists that are big, they're broke. They don't see no residuals from record sales. You know, however they were structured, their contract was structured from the gate. So whatever, what do you call that? Whatever advance they had to make it last, because they ain't gonna see no more record sales, residuals up of that. They had to continue to tour to pay their bills. You gotta know what you're doing this music for. You gotta have the right lawyers, the right people in place, the right team. This is the very reason why Prince and Michael Jackson finally met their demise. But Michael Jackson was powerful. He owned a half of Sony's catalog. That vault that Prince had, oh yeah, he could have sold something for 150. Guess what? He got a vault full of stuff that unreleased. Now his sister runs the trust of his estate. She a crackhead. All that gonna be gone. All of a sudden you see Prince releases, you see his channels, his videos. When he was alive, you could not find out one video, one song on YouTube for free. He pulled all that. The child molestation allegations with Michael Jackson, that's what all that came about. You gotta be careful. These people play for keep. And like I said, I don't know if they had anything to do with their demise, but it is what it is. Now it's trickling down to these rappers. You know what I mean? But hit our Cash App, PayPal, comment below, subscribe, like, share this information.
Share it.
Own your music.